Politicians are all human beings, and, like others, are influenced by environment. So, once this human being reached the parliament, environment will behave.
Human government has been around for thousands of years, actually.
Sure.
And they've been fighting and killing each other. All human-operated governments are basically corrupt. They serve the in-group. They have to, otherwise they never get elected. So here you sit back with the illusion of patching up this society, making it good, getting decent people in government. All that's delusional. You have to have a government not based on money. You have to have a government with machines that distribute goods and services regardless of race, religion, or private beliefs. In other words, people must be permitted to live the lifestyle that they prefer without you telling them what to do. When you come up and you say this is the right way, you're talking about your way, the way you were brought up. But that doesn't make it right. It just makes it appropriate for you. The future will be very different than the world today. The future will be based upon, does the system work? Does it serve most people? Does it maintain a healthy relationship in sharing values? Or does the system damage that? This is how we decide what system is to be selected, how well the system works. That's the final test. That's used in engineering standards. That's the only system that's valid.
Now, is it a democracy? People ask me. I put it this way, is it a participatory democracy? Will I participate? Or they come here sometimes, I want to participate right away. That's good. How would you prevent cars from hitting each other? I don't know. How do you prevent buildings from catching fire? I don't know. How can you participate? Did you vote for the space program? Did anybody vote for the Vietnam War here? Did anybody vote for any war? Did anybody vote for the moon project? Where the hell do you participate? Another illusion. It's not politicians that can solve problems. They have no technical capabilities. They don't know how to solve problems. Even if they were sincere, they don't know how to solve problems. It's the technicians that produce the desalination plants. It's the technicians that give you electricity, that give you motor vehicles, that heat your house and cool it in the summertime. It's technology that solves problems, not politics. Politics cannot solve problems because they're not trained to do so. And writing your congressman is fantastic. They tell you to write your congressman if you want something done. The men in Washington should be at the forefront of technology, the forefront of human studies, the forefront of crime, all the factors that shape human behavior. You don't have to write your congressman. What kind of people are they that are appointed to do that job? Instead of putting up a sign, drive carefully, slippery when wet, put abrasive in the highway so it's not slippery when wet. And if a person gets in a car that's drunk and the car oscillates a great deal, there's a little pendulum that swings up and back and that'll pull the car over to the side. Not a law solution. Put sonar and radar in automobiles so they can't hit one another. Man-made laws are attempts to deal with occurring problems, and not knowing how to solve them, they make a law.
But there's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table to figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork, and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later, because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. By the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged, and nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all. Yeah. You know? And nobody seems to notice, nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on, the fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day. Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Decisions must not represent personal opinions, but an action as a result of scientific research. As so, politicians does not have any purpose.
So you live in a managed world, and your kids in the future will say to you, wasn't it obvious that you paid off senators, you paid off governors, you paid off different people to get your will? Isn't it obvious? I guess not. And so, if you do away with the money system, you can't have sale of drugs. You can't pay off senators. You can't fine people. You understand what I'm saying? As long as you got money, no matter who you elect, you say, well, maybe if we elect decent people in government, no way. Even if you have the most decent people in the world, taken from the best churches you like, if you ran out of resources, be lying, cheating, killing, stealing. It's resources that people need, not money. Access to resources. We have more than enough resources. If you consider the money spent in World War II, we could have wiped out the slums all over the world. Educated people, built the best universities, free of charge. Why do we do it free of charge? Because the smarter the kids are, the richer all of us are. Every kid shooting up drugs, hanging out in malls. Why? They have no place to go. There should be art centers, music centers, cultural centers, theater groups where people can go. They hang out in malls and coke stands because there's no place to go. And the government, I'm going to say this, the government and industry doesn't give a shit about people. Proof. They would not outsource. If I have a big factory, if I pay my help more than the minimum wage, I can't stay in business. If he outsources it to China. You understand? You're not going to invest in a company that builds playgrounds for the women's children that work in a factory. You want the money spent on products, advertising, so the income is great. So you invest there. So we're all sons of bitches in the monetary system. It makes us that way. When I say if you're not, consult your bank account to see who you are.
Doesn't matter what the public wants, but what's necessary for him, in relation to the planet. But the whole idea is in contradiction with the development of the monetary system, so we need a different system. Reality is reality. Human being can only observe, and actions or decisions are actually taken in relation to it, not some opinion of human beings.